Welcome back to another video, guys, and today we're going to be cutting some holes in the side of this van. I've got the windows. I purchased them from a company called Van Pimps. I purchased two sliding windows, one for the passenger side sliding door and one for the driver's door. We're going to see how we get on today. I might just get the one done. Because I've never done it before, I'm just going to take my time. I'm not in no rush to get it done. I'm going to start off, obviously, on the van here. These contour line all the way around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a number of holes all the way around this panel to give me a template on the outside, so then I can cut it with a jigsaw. We'll cut this panel out. We've got we've got the fixing kit as well, which I purchased when I got the windows. The package that I purchased from Van Pimps was two sliding windows. As I said, one for driver's side, one for passenger side. I paid £366 for the kit, so you get your two windows, which I'll show you in a bit. Once we get when we get the windows out, I've currently sort of got them all packaged up at the moment. So we'll start off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start drilling a number of holes, then I'll bring you guys back once I've drilled some of the holes, just so I can get a feel for it. As I said, I've never done this before, so it's going to be a learning experience for me. Luckily, here in the UK, don't know about the rest of the world, because it seems like the rest of the world's baking in sun. We've got a couple of days of dry weather, and then it's forecast rain. So we hopefully should be able to get the windows in, then come when the rain gets here, we'll be able to see then whether we've managed to get a good seal and that they're watertight. So what I'll quickly do is I'll show you just what you get in the package as well when you purchase the windows. I went directly to Van Pimps with it not being too far away from where I lived. You can have them delivered as well. They do delivery. I'll leave a link to their website below, so you can go out and check what they do. A number of different window packages, depending on what you're looking for. If you're looking for rear window, rear door windows, side windows, rear quarter windows. So I'll leave a link to them, their website below. And great shout out to Van Pimps. Literally went there within 10-15 minutes, purchased the windows, loaded in the van, and I was on my way back. So I'll quickly show you as well what you do get in the kit. Obviously, I'll show you the windows in a bit once I get those out. But what you get in the kit as a package-wise is you get a little like insulation booklet with a pack of nice Haribo Tantastic. So we might need the sugar while we're doing this as well. So we might have a little snack on those. You get your two of these, which is the like rubber edging, it's your edging strip, which once we cut it out and we treat it, I'm thinking that I'll cut it out, I'll white hammerite the edges, then I'll also use, as I said, you get two of those, two edging channels. You also get another box, this box here, which in this box you get, there's a little instruction, you get some gloves, you get two sealant tubes, you get some glass like cleaners, you get the primer as well, and then there's two little buds in there as well for applying the primer. So I'll probably also apply the primer to the edge of the cut after I've filed it, got any burrs off, filed it, and I'll put it on the edge just to give it, before I put the edging strip on, I'll pop it on. So what I'm going to do is, as I said, I've never done this before. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to start off by drilling some of the holes. As you can see here, there was actually, there is like it's basically like a strut brace, which I pre-did this before, knowing that I was going to do it. On this one, it's actually fixed to the panel. So I took, on the top one, I actually did it with a Dremel, a small cutting disc on a Dremel, and cut it straight there. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the Dremel in at the bottom, so I actually had to use an angle grinder. And then you can see here, there's some sealant, just get a standing knife blade, run it down either side, that comes off. The other one I'll show you on the other side is a little bit different, as it's spot welded, rather than it being actually part of the panel. It's spot welded to the panel itself. What I'll actually do, so if I spin you around, I've still got the back ones in, which are going to be removed. So on the driver's side one, you can see that there's this brace here. There's actually, it's spot welded underneath here and here. There's 2 little spot welds there and 2 little spot welds there. And then there's some adhesive down the back. So what I did, got a drill, drilled the spot welds out, cut the silicone, give it a little bit of a wiggle. You have to like snap these off, but give it a little bit of a wiggle, comes off. These will be coming out as part of the van builders. I want this recessed it out to maximise the bed storage space, well, the bed space. So yeah, that'll be a later video when we pop those out. I'll bring you back round. So I'm gonna make a start on these. I'll probably do the corner. I'm gonna do the corners first, and then I'll do the straight parts, and I'll do a few holes, and then I'll bring you back and show you once I've put a few of the holes in. So I'll see you shortly. So as you can see, I've drilled a number of holes around the corners so far. I've done this corner and I've also drilled some holes in that corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on and drill around the corners first, and then I'll put some lines in. I'll put some holes in across the tops and bottom, and then I'll show you them from the outside what the pattern looks like. We're going to mask up, but what we're also going to do is make sure that we clear up any metal shavings. We don't want those on the floor. So once we get the holes drilled, we'll have a first initial clean up, and then once the holes are drilled, once the panel's then cut out, we'll have another clean up as well, just to make sure. I don't want any metal shavings anywhere, so always just clean up after you've done each part. So I'll carry on a little bit more. What I might do is I might actually leave you guys here just so you can see what I'm actually doing as well. Sometimes that is one thing you have to watch out for, because this paint's smooth and shiny, draw bit slips around. So you could always, if you wanted to take an additional amount of time, get a small punch where you're going to be going, but I just run the drill. Right, so that's all the holes drilled. I used a smaller drill bit on the corners, and then for the straight panels I just used a larger drill bit. So what I'll do is I'll quickly show you as well now what it looks like from the outside, to give you a template then to jigsaw the panel out. So let's go and have a look outside. So there you go, that's the template now from the outside. So what we'll do is we'll go around and we'll cut the panel out. What I'm going to do first is, as I said, inside here, if we open it up, we need to clear all this up first before we do anything. So we'll have a clean up, and then we'll get the outside marked up, and I'll come back once that's done, and hopefully we'll then be able to get the panel cut out. So that's the panel already. I put some masking tape around the edge. I've also got some duct tape, as this panel's probably going to become quite flimsy as I start cutting it. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to start across the top and cut the top first, and then make my way around cutting the bottom part. So let's go on with this bit, and let's get this panel cut out. So I forgot to record it, but the trim's in. So get the sides primered, get it all primered. I've given it a clean. There is some alcohol whites which I will clean it as well before I primer it. Get the primer put on, and then we can get the glass fitted. And then what I'll do is, once the glass is fitted in, we'll come back and we'll get some tape on it, and then I'll show you once it's fitted. So, and then what we'll do is, when we do the other side, because this one's been a bit of a learning experience for me, when we do the other side, we'll do it a bit more in depth. We'll do it in more depth. Stay with me, and yeah, let's get this primered and get the window in. So there we go. Took a little bit of a while, but that's the first window in. Just got to leave it now. I think it's about 3 hours that you can't drive it for. I've got the tape on it. just gonna, yeah, I'll let this side sit for a while, and then, as I said, we'll do a bit more of an in-depth one on the opposite side. Now we'll sort of know what I'm exactly doing. It wasn't too bad, to be fair. Once you get the hole cut, everything from there is pretty straightforward. So, as I said, it's a sliding window, so this part here opens, slides back. It's got a couple of notches on it, so it will open up as much as you want. There is going to be a fair bit of glass visible on the inside, but I don't know whether when I ply line it, I might ply line around the frame. The only problem is the curtains that you can get for these sit on where the sort of like bevels out, where the two skins are. So I don't know yet. That's something we can worry about later today. The main thing was today is to get the windows in. So that's one window in, and what we're going to do is jump over onto the other side. Hopefully the other side will be a quicker process now that we know pretty much what we're doing. And yeah, let's get the jump round and get the other side done. So that's the window from the inside. You've got, obviously, there's quite a gap here. However, I'm hoping that the curtains that I get eventually will cover majority of that once it's closed. If not, we might make a frame when we do the plying. We might ply straight down and then put like a frame edge around it. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to move now over onto the other side, and we'll start and get that drill the corners and get that side cut out. So that's one done. Let's jump over and get the other one done. So going to be the same process again. What we're going to do, drill the holes for the corners, drill some holes across. I'm actually going to go with this bigger one this time. Due to the fact is, when I did the corners on the other one, without having this bigger hole drill, I couldn't get the jigsaw in. So I'm going to use a little bit of a bigger one. I'll probably speed this up as I'm doing it. But yeah, let's start by getting the first holes drilled. It gives you arm pump, this does. But we'll get there. Just have a take a break. Took me, what, first window took 4 hours to do, about 4 hours. Started at about 9 o'clock, finished at about 1. So we're, what, it's only 20 to 2, lighter nights. We'll get this in before the end of the day. But yeah, just I found it a lot easier with the bigger drill bit, and then also just resting when you come to start it. When you actually come to start it, the lip on here, if you put the drill piece up against it, it makes it a lot easier around the corners to drill the corners out. So I'll carry on. Oh, and always remember, safety first. Put your specs on. So what I'll do is I'll get the edges all tidied up, get some hammerite on it, and then I'll bring you back when we put the edging on. So see you in a shortly. So putting the edging strip on. It's pretty simple really. Just start it off, bang it round. I am going to use, I've got a little mallet here, that rubber mallet, just to tap it on. It's going to be a little bit more tricky because on this side we've got like a double skin, so I'm hoping we can try and get the channeling over both parts. Yeah, we'll have a look. It's probably going to stick out a bit on one bit, but yeah, I'm going to go around. Let's start and get this channeling on. apologies. I didn't actually realise until after I'd finished recording that the battery in my wireless microphone had gone dead. I had actually been out recording for pretty much majority of the day and I'd left it on, so apologies that there was no audio on this final bit. But what I was just going over just to show you that the other side, driver side window had been fitted. Pop some tape on the top and bottoms and around the edges just to hold the window in place while the adhesive sets. So yeah, so that's pretty much both of the windows now fitted. I am going to leave it for 24 hours, let that the adhesive go off properly, and then we'll do a water test to check and make sure that the windows aren't leaking. So thanks for taking the time out to check this one out. As I said, there is going to be more episodes coming up shortly of other parts of the build that we've got to do. But if you did like the video, as always, remember guys, give it a like. If you want to see more of this self-build campervan, hit the subscribe button, and also pop the little bell, hit the little bell icon. That will also give you notifications of every time we upload a video. So I really appreciate it, and as I said, thanks once again to all the subscribers, and any comments that people leave in my videos, it's much appreciated, and I'll see you all shortly on the next one.